Hey writer friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Holly. I'm a writer aspiring to be a published author. And in today's video, I will be sharing with you 5 things they don't tell you about NaNoWriMo. So everyone knows the gist of NaNoWriMo. Yep, you have to write 50,000 words in 1 month. That equates to 1,667 words a day. There's all this advice about word sprints and writing with a buddy and, writing at the right time. I've given you all of that advice, but I wanted to come out with another different video that just kind of talked about not quite the secrets behind NaNoWriMo, but things that I haven't heard anyone talk about and things that I think people need to hear about NaNoWriMo. So number 1, I hate to be a Debbie Downer right away, but you may not finish your novel in November. Now, I'm not saying that you won't write those 50,000 words in November. I totally believe that you can do it, but your novel may not be completed in those 50,000 words. Last year, when I wrote the first draft of the Celestial Code, I wrote 55,000 words in November, and over the course of the next month and a half, I ended up adding another 26,000 words. So in total, my first draft was 81,000 words. So if you think about that, there was probably no way I could finish that novel in November in that 1 month. So I know that's a hard truth, but that's something that you need to realize is a possibility for you, especially depending on what genre you are writing in. If you are writing in middle grade, you might be able to finish a 50,000 word novel. And if you are a super bare bones drafter, you might be able to finish your novel too, like if you're an underwriter. But a lot of us are overwriters and a lot of us are writing young adult and adult, and that should be at least 70K. So just be aware that that's a thing that could happen to you. Number 2, but do not fret, the Debbie Downer is no longer here because there is a thing after NaNoWriMo in December called DeCoDo. So DeCoDo stands for December Cool Down, and that's when writers who did not finish their novel in November can keep writing till the end of the year. So this is another great way for you to be involved in the writing community and get support and motivation to finish your novel if you didn't finish it in November. And then if you didn't hit your 50K word count goal, you can keep going too. You can keep going into December, and there's a whole community of people that are still trying to write all the words. What I especially like is that December is the perfect time to wrap up and finish a first draft, because you can use December 31st as your goal date, and then you can start the new year knowing that you have a completed first draft under your belt. Now, I'm not sure if NaNoWriMo sends out any emails about DeCoDo. I know that I had read about it on the forums when I was completing my very first NaNoWriMo novel, so I'm not sure. But in any case, there should be some forums about the topic if you're interested in checking that out, which I will link down below. Number 3, not hitting your word count goal is not the end of the world. I know, you guys want to see that bar graph go up, you want to see your word count go up, you want to stay on target, but that might not happen, and that is okay. That kind of leads into number 4, which is you will stalk other people's NaNoWriMo pages. I know people say that, don't get jealous of people posting their word counts, but trust me, it is going to happen, because there may be a day where you fall behind, or maybe you don't write anything. You may still be beating yourself up if you don't write that day, even if you're ahead. I know. Writers' minds are crazy. But in any case, you can be buddies with people on NaNoWriMo, and therefore you can see everyone's total word count goals and daily word count goals. And of course, people are posting it on social media, and it's totally natural and normal to be a little green-eyed. I know there were plenty of times during my NaNoWriMo journeys where I was slack-jawed, what? They wrote how many words? And if you guys don't know Paper Fury, she is CG Drews on Twitter, and she has a beautiful Bookstagram account. She posts hilarious posts on Twitter, and she just came out with her debut novel either the beginning of this year or the end of last year. I can't remember when. I still need to read that book, but in any case, she is the queen of NaNoWriMo, because she'll either finish it on November 3rd, she'll write her 50,000 words, or she'll just start the last week of NaNoWriMo and win. So it's oh, you're kind of looking at that wow, I'm struggling with my word count, and she's just busting it out in 3 days. What the heck is that? But you guys can use that little bit of jealousy, that little bit of competition that NaNoWriMo brings out in you to fuel you to write the words and to motivate you. So trust me, you are not alone. And lastly, number 5, it is okay if you lose. This feat is very difficult. It is not easy to write this many words in such a short amount of time. And for some people, this is their first time participating in NaNoWriMo. And I've seen plenty of people who just bust out of the gates running, and then they slow down, and then they just end up falling behind and just letting it go because life gets in the way. Or maybe they picked the wrong project and it's too late to start a new one. So don't beat yourself up if you don't hit the 50K, if you have to scrap your project, if any of those mishaps happen. Whatever word count you get to at the end of the month, that's so many more words than you started out with. And even if you had to scrap a project, you still were working on your writing craft and learning how to write and being disciplined and setting yourself up for success so that when you do work on a novel that you can carry through with, you already have those skills set out for you. All right, you guys, so that's it for this video. Those are the 5 things they don't tell you about NaNoWriMo. Let me know in the comments down below if you knew of any of these things, if you've participated in DeCoDo before. I would like to know. Please give this video a thumbs up to support my channel, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.